Hello everyone, my name is Carlos Masineta, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about why we are so obsessed with goats. And you might be thinking to yourself, what does that even mean? Is he talking about these goats? Or these goats? I'm actually going to be talking about the greatest of all time. People like Michael Jordan, Michael Phelps, Michael Sohan. Alright, let me get started by explaining what exactly it means to be a GOAT, or what the word GOAT even means. GOAT stands for greatest of all time, and this term isn't used lightly. It's used to describe athletes, musicians, rappers, artists, or professionals that are the best in their field. For example, over here on the right I have a chart that shows every US state's favorite athlete, and the overwhelming majority shows that Tom Brady is their favorite athlete. Some of you might not agree, but Tom Brady is arguably one of the greatest NFL quarterbacks of all time. And on the West Coast, you can see LeBron James, one of the best basketball players of all time. There are some outliers too, like Josh Allen in Wyoming for some reason, and Joe Burrow in Ohio. That one makes sense, I guess. But overall, this chart shows that people tend to favor an athlete who is the greatest in their field, someone like Tom Brady. Now, next, some of you might be familiar with this guy. Maybe you've seen him somewhere, maybe you've heard of him. But this next topic is going to be discussing the effects of what it means to be one of the greatest players of all time. There's not that much space on this page, so I'm going to be moving around a bit, but above me it shows the average cost of an Inter Miami ticket before and after signing Messi, and it was a 459% increase in ticket cost just by signing Lionel Messi, one of the greatest soccer players of all time. Also, this chart here on the left shows the Inter Miami's Instagram account going from 1 million followers to 14.7 just after signing Messi. This is a 1,370% increase in fans. This just goes to show that just by having one of these players on your team, you're bound to make a lot more money and gain more fans because they simply have that effect. Now, this is pretty good if you are Lionel Messi or a partial owner in Inter Miami, but overall, this is pretty bad for the fans. Now, next up, I have this beautiful chart for you guys to look at. I hope you guys like it. I made it myself. This chart ties into my next point, which is the cultural phenomenon of GOAT debates, and this transcends sports as well. As of recently, there's an ongoing debate between this guy and this guy, and some of you might know older ones, like this guy and this guy. And these are just some examples from the rap community. I'm pretty sure you guys can come up with some people that this could apply to, like Muhammad Ali versus Mike Tyson, or LeBron James versus Michael Jordan, which I'm going to be talking about right now. So let's get back to looking at this beautiful chart. This chart uses data from a poll taken from current NBA players. So this isn't necessarily fans, this is people within the NBA who they think the greatest NBA player of all time is. And the overwhelming majority say Michael Jordan. I do not agree with this, but what can I say? Debates like this are inescapable nowadays, and everyone has their favorite player. Everyone thinks that their player is the best, and these debates are now part of our culture. And I'd like to take a moment to discuss what recency bias is. Recency bias is a bias that often occurs in these debates, where people will forget the accolades or forget all the awards that an older player has had, let's say Joe Montana or Michael Jordan, and people will compare them to, let's say, players like Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes or LeBron. And these debates often spark interesting questions like, would Jordan be able to keep up in today's NBA? Or would Joe Montana be able to win as many Super Bowls as he did back then, today? Like, for example, me, I am not a Jordan fan, but I think it is important to acknowledge all of his achievements and not diminish them when comparing him to a player I actually like let's say LeBron. And recency bias is one of those things that fans and TV announcers should notice and be aware of. And now for the final stretch. Everything here below is all the sources I used, and in the description of the video below I will have this linked. Thank you for watching.